Hey there, this is Skogru with MyCustomController, and today I want to show you guys how to take a boring controller, like your old one, and turn it into a really cool looking controller with some brand new stuff with doing a color swap kit or some bleach buttons. And so I wanted to first show you what you're going to need in order to do this. First off, you're going to want to have a Torx T8 screwdriver if you're using a wireless Xbox controller. And also you're going to want a smaller Phillips head screwdriver. And then you're going to want to get one of our color kits. And so we have a bunch of different colors. You know, you can do purple and black. Everybody likes this one. I wanted to show you guys a painted controller we just finished here. So let me move this out of the way. And you know, even your old boring white controllers, they can get turned into something kind of cool. This is yellow and white. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start off with a black controller. Now, if you don't know how to disassemble a controller, please watch the how to disassemble video. I'm not going to repeat that, but I've undone all 7 screws. I'm now going to pop this off. I'm going to pop this open here. All right. And first off, we're going to take gripping here. We're going to pop the circuit board out. Sometimes it's a little tough. Flip it over. We're going to set that aside just for a second. And then we're going to continue with this. What we're going to want to do for the bleached buttons, we'll start with those. We're going to open up our kit. Dump them all out here. One got away from me. And we are going to take off this little rubber cross, as you can see there. And then what we're going to do is, if we're going to do the center button, we're going to pull that one out, leave the ring inside, the little light ring, and just take this, line it up, go ahead and close it, put that one in. Push out all the additional buttons. I'm just going to do this the fast way. I'm just going to dump them. There we go. And then they're all, hopefully you can see that in there, they're all labeled. So your B button can only go into your B button spot. Your X can only go to the X. Just like putting a normal controller back together, we had these buttons made to do the exact same thing. And here's A. Great. And then what I would do if I were you is just take and put your pad back on. And then when you flip it over, you can see we already have a bleach button kit here, which looks really cool on the black controllers. But I'm not going to stop there. Let's say we wanted to make this one of our, what the heck, we've got orange. Let's do orange. So we want to take an orange color kit, and we want to add that to our bleach buttons and our black controller here. Get some cool thumbsticks in here. So what I would first do is set this aside. The hardest part of this entire transformation, as we've talked about before, is getting your triggers off. But once you know how to do it, it's not that hard. So you're just going to take each set of triggers off. Just watch the trigger removal video because it explains it in detail. But once you do it, you'll realize, oh, it's not that bad. It's just the first time it's a little rough. And I'm putting this on the right one. Good. When we reassemble, I always like to put this back down in here first. Stick this back up here. Grab one of my old tools, and voila, we're back in. And then take this and just relock that in. Make sure it's working. Everything's great. I'm going to take apart the next side. Okay. Voila. Put in our other trigger. Whoops, I didn't get that one in all the way. My bad. There it goes. Okay. Make sure it's working right. Great. So we've done the triggers now. Got cool orange triggers. Thumbsticks. These are the hardest part. Just kidding. They're super easy. Just pull. Sometimes thumbsticks are really hard to pop off. Just yank on them. They will come off. Take these, line them back up. They only go on one direction. So you're good to go. We now have orange thumbsticks. This is a question we get all the time about our color kits. And it's about the D-pad. So I'd just like to show you this. We do not send you the bottom piece of the D-pad because we've just found that it works a lot better if you use the original piece. So you're going to take your Phillips head screwdriver. There's 2 screws in here. You're going to undo those. And I don't even pull the screws out when I'm doing a color kit swap. So you put that one in there. This one in here. Just let them come undone so they're totally loose. And then there's 2 tabs, as I've shown you before. Just take the tabs and push them in and pop your D-pad out. So you get your original D-pad to come out, your gray one, and you'll notice on this D-pad there's 2 screw holes and 2 like little clips. Just so you know, we were experimenting with different providers to get the best product possible. And one of our providers sent us clips on some of these that we had made, and one of them did not. So if you get one without clips, don't fear, it's okay. The clips are almost unnecessary. So we're just gonna insert that. There's two holes, you just put it in there the right way. Line it up with the screws, and this takes a little tiny bit of effort because you're gonna have to make screw holes here. You're gonna just press down and get that in there, and you wanna snug it up all the way to the bottom. And do it on the second one. Snug it up all the way to the bottom. And bam, that's great. Okay, remove the mic plate off the bottom. Take your new mic plate, put it in there. You now have that. Pull your bumpers off, and I've shown you how to take this off before, but you just push on the bumpers and hold the back plate, comes off. Go ahead and put that back in there. Lock it into place. Voila. We're going to flip this thing over. Oops. Don't forget to put your pads back in. It's very important, or it will not work. There you go. Go ahead and set your rumble pack. Flip it in there. Make sure they're set in. I always like to make sure that it's pressed down completely. Make sure your sync button is working, that you didn't smash it. If your sync button's not pressing properly, just make sure you don't push too hard on that circuit board. Make sure it's lined up first. Align your 2 battery prongs in, and voila. Put your screws back together. You have done a color swap kit. In under 10 minutes, you've made a controller that nobody else has. It's really awesome. And all your friends will wonder, wow, how'd you do that? This is a lot easier to do than doing an LED swap, and something that you can totally see, and it makes an immediate difference to this old controller. And so don't forget, all of this stuff is available on our website at MyCustomController.com. You can get the Torx T8, you can get the color kits, you can get the bleach buttons. Please give us a visit, check it out, and thank you very much. Skogri out.